what I'd like to speak about is really, I think, probably a very odd, very unusual part of the Purim festivities and celebration. And almost like, when you think about it, you think, how in the world did the rabbis institute such a occurrence where we're told that we have to drink? Imagine you come home and your mama says, Stan, or Dave, I guess would be a more appropriate name, David, Yechezkel Abramowitz, you better drink that vodka tonight. Okay, Mom. Yes, dear. If you're your wife, come home. Did you finish that bottle of scotch? What is this? Finish that bottle of scotch and go to bed. Okay, Mom. This whole thing makes no sense. We are not only told that you could have a drink. Oh, I could have a drink. You know, a bar mitzvah boy, it's like his favorite. Like, finally, you know, because he's a man. I mean, he's really just a little nothing, but he's a man. 13 years old, so, you know, a cool dad. Like, okay, you're a man now. You know, obviously I have a strategy, as I'll explain to you at the end. So I tell him, okay, you know what? Go for it. You have a drink. Nothing like, not the beers for the girls. We're talking about a real drink, a scotch or a vodka. I was like, really, Dad? Wow, I get to have a drink like you? Can I have like 10 of them like you do? Okay. No, just one. So I give him the drink, and guess what happened after one sip? He does not want to drink ever again in his life. So it's really a strategy that you want to teach your kid not to drink, give him a sip. Nobody likes scotch or vodka. I hate it. I'm only in it for the results. I'm there, no pain, no gain. I drink the vodka now and enjoy the rewards later. Okay, continuing with this bizarre custom to get drunk on Purim. You're obligated to get drunk on Purim. Now look, if you're not the type to drink, too bad. You're going to have to do it this one time, and then you could get back to the rest of the year to not drinking. But no, honestly, if you are not the type to drink, so there are obviously, like in all things in Judaism, it's a machlekes, there's different opinions. You know, so some rabbis explain that you don't need to drink. You know, you just maybe have a little bit more than you usually have, wine, then take a nap. That's for the girls.
Smear off ice.
And the bar mitzvah boys. We take our mitzvah seriously, and so we get the bottles. They're all ready and ready there to go for Purim.
It ain't ever clear, it ain't
Now, before you get hammered, toasted, smashed, trashed, whatever adjective you want to use to describe, if not all of the above. This is one of those multiple choice questions where you could just choose all of the above, and you could be add if you on the bottom, you know, whatever else you want to add. Now, before you endeavor to this point of no return of drinking till you collapse, let me ask you really a bottom line question. In Judaism, we always must ask this question, and now it's time to get a little bit serious. Why? Why am I going to do this? Why should I drink to the point where I don't understand or know what's going on and I can't control? You know, I get much funny, but besides that, I don't know where I'm going, what I'm doing. I'm falling over the place. Why should I drink to this point? Why would the rabbis tell me to do such a thing? What am I going to learn from it? What am I going to gain from it? Because according to the truth of Torah, if I'm not going to learn or gain anything from it, and nothing positive will come from it, then I shouldn't do it. So what do the rabbis see in this idea that we could say has a positive point? What's the positive message? What am I going to gain from getting smashed? So the answer I would like to suggest is like this. Essentially, what is the main thing that happens to a person when he's inebriated, when he's basically, drinks to the point where he's out of control of himself? So it's a very interesting internal experience because your mind is a function that never turns off. So what you end up doing is you end up living, you end up talking, walking, you end up, interacting with people. And what's happening is that it's like you ever do a recording and the audio and the video are not in sync, or something's wrong with it and everything's a little bit slowed down. So your hands are moving at one speed, but your mouth is moving at another. Add a few falling down, and that's what you got when you're drunk. So it's an interesting life experience to kind of be in this body that's not in control, but your mind is trying to control, and you realize that things are not where the way they need to be. Things are not running right. Now let me tell you a little bit of a news flash. You think Purim is the only day that you're experiencing that? Purim's not the only day. The day before Purim, and unfortunately, most often the day after Purim, it's the same situation. Because we, unfortunately, human beings, have this potential to go down to a level of existence which is, how do we say it, not quite what God had in mind, right? Just look at our actions. They're not always what God quite had in mind. And our speech is not always what He enjoys hearing. And of course, our thoughts, forget about our thoughts. You're not my priest, I'm not going to share them with you. But our thoughts are, unfortunately, always not what Hashem had in mind. Now, Hashem's aware of all this. The problem is we're not. You know, the famous expression in the beginning of the Torah where God says to Adam, Ayeka, where are you? Right. Who was confused? Hashem or Adam? What is this? Ayeka brings up a question. Where are you? Who didn't know where they were? Did Hashem not know where Adam was? Hashem was asking, where are you? But Hashem knew where he was. So who didn't know where he was really? Adam.
It was a rhetorical question, Ayeka.
Right, but the point, exactly, excellent.
You know already.
Come on, you want to take my job? Don't make me look bad. I look bad enough over here. Okay, Gabriel is right. It was a rhetorical. What kind of question again?
Rhetorical question.
How do you spell that?
R-E-T-O-R. I don't know exactly.
Well, you're from another country, so you have a good excuse. What's my excuse for not spelling it? We don't have time right now. We're going to go on. Okay. Now, basically, the point is with this obviously rhetorical question. So the point is that it's not that God didn't know where Adam was. God knew exactly where Adam was. It's Adam who, after sinning and falling, got lost. You know, if you don't know where you are and where you're going, then you're lost. Any object that's not where it's supposed to be is lost. When we're not where we're supposed to be, when we're not functioning how we're supposed to function, then we're lost. Now, you think on Purim you're lost? Purim, you don't know where you're going because you're too drunk? That experience on Purim, I think, is only to show me how I've been acting every day of my life. Every day of my life I can get lost and have this kind of drunk experience. You know, what does it mean to be shikur, to be drunk? It means that your mind and your body and your heart are not in line and not functioning the way you are meant to function. So we're all drunk. We're all drunk every day of our life. And it's the one day a year that Hashem says, get out of that monotonous, that routine. Break out of the self that has you trapped. And that one day you realize, you know, because if you do some real introspection, if you look back on your life when you're intoxicated on Purim, I bet you're going to see some new things about your life. This brings us back to the theme of Purim. What's the theme of Purim? Looking back to the past. Because when you look back to the past in retrospect, you can see things that you missed. That's why we read the Megillah twice. The message is not only to do the Megillah twice. The message is for us to look at our life twice. Look back in your life and you will see things that you missed. And specifically from this position of being intoxicated will help you see things in a new light. And that's going to help you for a better tomorrow. Because the truth is, we are trying to wake up from the sleep that we're stuck in all of our life. And I think getting drunk one day a year, so to speak, getting insane the one day is going to help us stay really sane for the rest of the days. That's one shot, I think, on why we are told to really go beyond on Purim.